This is another statement
Bruce.
by the Islamic Republic that was made today. And what they're saying is we cannot let the Arabs build pipelines that go around the Strait of Hormuz. First of all, who are you to say that? They're their own countries. They can do whatever they want on their own land. But he's saying,
Right.
and this is a very favorable position in the Islamic Republic at the moment. If we let the Arabs build pipelines and they go around the Strait of Hormuz, we weaken our position, and then the Americans are going to come for us after we're weakened. So we got to stop them doing that. Except it's a little bit difficult. These pipelines are built underground for a reason. Armin, how audacious can you
Oh my God.
possibly be to say this?
I heard this interview is insane. He says if the Arab countries build pipelines that go around the Strait of Hormuz, we see that as them throwing a missile at us, throwing missiles at us, and that has to be responded with missiles. The audacity. So he's saying that if we make the Strait of Hormuz insecure and these Arab countries decide to build pipelines in their own country to find another way to sell their own oil, that would be considered an attack on us, like a military attack on us, and we have to respond to them. This would be them supporting the Americans and an attack on us, and it needs to be responded to militarily.
But that's serious. I mean, what he's saying sounds ridiculous, guys, but it's absolutely true. They're going to have to do something about this soon. And then the president, okay, so this is according to the own Islamic Republic state media, and this is true. Pezeshkian has a position that he's had for a while. He says we should end the war now. The president of the Islamic Republic, end the war now, while we still hold a position of strength and the world recognizes the Islamic Republic's victory. The only people who recognize the victory of the Islamic Republic are the Western propaganda spheres, like CNN or BBC. The position of strength, though, he does have a point, because if he doesn't end the war now, it's going to get way worse for them. This is the strongest they're actually ever going to be right now, as bad as it is. It's only going to get worse from here. Why would America come and negotiate with you, Pezeshkian? They signed an MOU with you. You broke every single clause of it. Why now that you're losing every single day that goes by? A lot of people are estimating that the Islamic Republic is now losing $800 million. During the blockade, it was 500 million. Now it's 800 million after the events of 2 days ago with the UAE imports stopping to come in and stuff. I don't see any way for them to get out of this mess in the short term, which is why Pezeshkian and Khatami and all these people in the Islamic Republic are coming out right now, Armin, saying we gotta deal. We gotta make a deal with these guys because we have no choice. We have to.
Well, they're right. They have Ali. They have 3 to 4 months, right? 3 to 4 months, because people think they're watching what's happening in Iran, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is really bad." This is nothing. Apparently, based on what I'm hearing from the analyst, this is nothing compared to what's about to happen in 3 to 4 months, because all of this nightmare is happening while the Islamic Republic still has revenue from the tankers that are already out there, right? So there are still a whole bunch of tankers, much less than before, that are already outside of the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman, that are like around like east of Malaysia, close to China, and the teapot refineries, Chinese teapot refineries, are still buying them slower than before, but they're buying them. But the reason why that is available for buying is because they've already passed. They're there, okay, and they're finding ways to send some of the money to the Islamic Republic, and they're still being bought out. Okay, that is going to last the Islamic Republic another 3 to 4 months. When that finishes, it's going to go to zero, and then the crap is going to hit the fan big time. And this is what these people are terrified about right now.
And that's already begun, Armin. That has all actually already begun. What you just said, guys, all that oil that was sitting on the ocean, the Iranian oil, is now actually being bought up much faster than before. And something really weird happened this week. We just got the numbers for it. So a week ago, Iranian light crude oil traded at a $3.50 discount. Now it's trading at a $3.50 premium. That's a $7 shift in 1 week. It was selling at a discount, now it's selling at a premium. What does that mean? Well, I took a look at the amount of barrels that are available for Iranian crude oil that's just sitting around, the Asian Pacific Ocean. It used to be 100 million barrels before the blockade came back on the second time. Okay, so that was about mid-July, about a month ago, exactly a month ago. They had 100 million barrels. Right now, it's about 80 million. So in this 1 month, China just started bumping up its demand for oil, and it just bought up 20 million barrels of oil in this past 30 days. Now, they're actually increasing their demand again. China's trying to scoop up all this oil, and it's buying it so fast that the Islamic Republic is now charging, instead of a discount, extra for China to buy it. That's crazy. That means one thing: this oil will be bought down to the last barrel soon. And they know that. There's no more oil coming out. Everything that you guys see sitting on the ocean right now, that's it. There's no more coming. China's buying as much of it as it possibly can to store it. That's it. Smaller Asian countries like Myanmar, Vietnam, they're struggling with oil right now. They're getting bullied out, priced out by China. So what Armin's saying is already beginning. And that money that the Islamic Republic is going to get from this 80 million barrels left is something that now is going to be cut off. Scott Bessent took all this time, watched what banks are working around these sanctions and etc. A lot of Chinese banks, in my opinion, are going to get targeted here. And if they don't, then we know the United States is not serious whatsoever when it says this is economic D-Day. And then, Armin, the deputy for the Islamic Republic's Organization of Energy Optimization and Strategic Management. Guys, these guys just make up departments and just put as much titles and names on them as possible. It's just whatever. Anyway, the energy deputy of the Islamic Republic just said today, our gasoline reserves in Iran have reached a very critical point. Their status is deep red. Daily gasoline consumption in the Islamic Republic reached 135 million liters this month. So the past month in Iran, the past 30 days, 135 million. The refinery production in Iran is about 110 million. Keep in mind, that was last month. It's worse now. So every day they were 20 million short, and it's just getting way worse. Every single day, guys, there are 20 million liters of gasoline short in the country. Last month, by the way. It's way worse now. The lines are longer, and it's just getting absolutely worse. And they can't import any of this because of the blockade. Which begs
When are they
one
going to run
question.
out?
Exactly, which begs one question. Here's how we can find out when they run out. As soon as they start putting their actions where their words are, you know that a month from there or 2 months from there, they're going to run out completely, and they're completely screwed because they should be acting faster. They're not going to wait till the last second, obviously. And yeah, Armin, for months, the regime and its Western propaganda said they were winning. But then the economic damage that we cover for you guys tells the complete opposite story. The Islamic Republic exports no oil, which is its biggest source of revenue. Billions of dollars of its funds are still frozen, regardless of anyone who said they got them. They didn't. They admitted to themselves they didn't get anything. So without oil revenue or their billions of assets, frozen up. They have no money to pay their bills. They have no money to pay their workers who fund the government, like doctors, nurses, everything. They can't finance imports, which are 30% gone now because of the UAE. They can't even stabilize their currency. And then, most importantly, they can't pay the IRGC or the proxies. That's going to get worse. They're already struggling economically. They're losing their oil lifeline by the day. The oil reserves that they have on the ocean are being bought up by China at the moment. The money might not get back to them because of Scott Bessent. It's on a timer. Things have to happen sooner or later just because of pure math, pure numbers here.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.